Okay, so what does that have to do with now? I think what is exciting for me right now as I'm campaigning for this lieutenant governor spot, I'm driving through the state. I'm way up in Wairika on Interstate 5, and I walk into, what's the name of the restaurant up there in Wairika? I forget. And there's 30 concerned citizens in Wairika who came out on a cold, rainy night because they're mad and they want to talk to me about their state government. You go to Reagan, California, you walk into the Holiday Inn. Somebody says, come on in, talk to these people. I have a few people in this room. I walk in there, there's 400 Tea Party people, mad as heck, and they want to do something about their government. They weren't home watching Monday Night Football. They were taking part in the democratic process of this state. The same thing when I go down to Lancaster with George Runner. On a Friday morning at 8 o'clock in the morning, the room is filled with business people who are on their way to work, but it was important enough for them to come and tell us what they thought needed to be done to bring this government back. And they're looking at guys like George and Barbara Albee and Rick Keene and me and Tom and Ted Gaines and Dan Logue and whoever, who am I missing? Chuck DeVore. You know, that's what he gets for being under. I'll tell you. You can't go wrong with this selection that you have this time. They are the can of Coke. And the people out there are willing to come out of their homes on a Monday night, instead of watching Monday Night Football, to sit there and plan how they're going to take over their city council in Reading. How they're going to improve business down in Lancaster, California. Or Santa Clarita. I go to a CRA group in Santa Clarita, and the room is full, standing room only. People who want to have a say in their government. This didn't happen in the last 4 years. People stayed home. Now people are leaving their houses and getting out and getting involved in this. And all we need to do is focus their energies, focus everything that they can do to make sure that we elect that can of Coke. Okay? So, I want to say thank you to this group for your endorsement. It means so much to me. I have the endorsement of Tom McClintock, the Jarvis Gann Taxpayers Group, other taxpayers group, and Senator Fred Thompson has been kind enough to endorse us. You know, we're going to go for this. We're going to go and win the primary in June, and we're going to show them that the conservative part of this party is not dead. We're going to show them that the same values that started this Republican Party, and why Abraham Lincoln was the standard bearer for a new party that was born out of an old party that tried to appease everybody. It didn't work. And the Republican Party rose out of the state of Wisconsin, which, by the way, is where I'm from, and Abraham Lincoln was the result. And to this day, the Republican Party is still the party that stands for individual responsibility. It stands for less government, and it stands for freedom for all. Now, in conclusion, the job is not done. In Lincoln's Gettysburg Address, about 2/3 of the way down, you'll note one paragraph in there, or one sentence. It says, "For us, the living, we have a job to do." Now, he was talking to you and you and you. 150 years later, he was talking to us. The job is not done. Sure, in the first part of the Gettysburg Address, he gave homage to all of those people who had died and laid down their life, and what a great country this was. But then he said, people, it's for us, the living, to not let loose of this, to keep this country going and keep these values and these ideals going. And I can't think of any party that represents those values and ideas better than the Republican Party and the good people right here in Placer County. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Senator Aanestad. Now, if you could grab your raffle tickets, we are going to raffle through the raffle.